Hello, this is the third and final video in my series about Jehovah's Witnesses' view of voting in political elections. If you haven't yet seen the other two videos, I suggest you may want to go back and watch them and read the comments. There's some interesting information presented there. Anyway, the premise of this third video is that according to official Jehovah's Witnesses doctrine, it is a sin to vote. God commanded his people, through Jesus, not to vote. They're not to be a part of the world. However, if the law in a particular country, or a particular witness woman's worldly husband, commands them to go to the polls and vote, they're permitted to go to the polls, to go into a voting booth and fill out a ballot, but to purposely invalidate the ballot, so it will not be counted. In essence, Jehovah's Witnesses, if they're commanded to vote, are permitted to pretend to do so. This is justified by using the example of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. If you are already one of Jehovah's Witnesses, you know who those people are. If you're an ardent Bible reader, you know who those people are. If you don't, Google it, and the answer will come up. Anyway, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were commanded by the king of Babylon to go to the plains of Dura and bow down to an idol. Well, they went to the plains of Dura, but then they refused to bow down to the idol. Witnesses therefore used this to justify going to the polls, but not actually voting and validating the ballot instead. However, it's notable that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not bow down as if bowing to the idol, but then somehow invalidate their bowing down, praying to Yahweh or Jehovah instead and saying, you know, I'm not really bowing down to this idol, I'm really bowing down to you. They didn't pretend to do what for them would have been a sin. Jehovah's Witnesses, however, when they go to the ballot, go to the polls, go in, mark a ballot, invalidate it, they are pretending to commit what for them is a sin. Let's compare it to another situation, a hypothetical one. A witness woman with an unbelieving husband. Her husband finds out that he is sterile, yet he wants to have children. So he orders his wife to find another man and have an affair, get pregnant, and have the children. Those children will then be raised by him as his own. Should this witness woman, this sister, get a man to pretend to have an affair with? Should she take the man into her bedroom, come out a while later with messed up hair and messed up clothing, and say they were together? Or should she outright refuse? Let's compare the two scenarios. Adultery is a sin. Voting is a sin. Pretending to commit adultery because an authority figure orders you to do so is a sin. Pretending to vote because an authority figure tells you to do so is not a sin. So then, what sins is it permissible to pretend to commit if you're ordered to do so? What other sins is it not permissible to pretend to commit? And what's the difference?